And a very good evening to you and welcome to the news. We sincerely apologize for bringing the news behind schedule. In the headlines tonight, stakeholders urged to support drive towards promoting quality education. Anambra Assembly passes State Legislative Funds Management Bill. Nigeria seeks increased scientific ties with Japan. On the foreign scene tonight, bomb attack claims many lives in Pakistan. Ebere Ugunna is my name. And now the news in detail. Students have been cautioned against any form of malpractice and misconduct during examinations. The Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Emmanuel, made this call during a one-day seminar organized by Vic Comprehensive Secondary School, Ihiala, in collaboration with the State Ministry of Basic Education to sensitize the students on the negative impact of examination malpractice. Correspondent Valentine Mbadha has the details.
Menua, who made it clear that the ministry is out to sanitize the system of education in Anambra State through giving a zero tolerance to examination malpractice, said that the exercise is in line with Governor Willie Obiano's vision of providing a quality and value-based education in Anambra State. Professor Menua condemned the attitude of some teachers towards discharging their duties, as well as those who collect money from students with names such as corporation fee.
His Excellency Chief Dr. Willie Obiano asked us to give him education that is credible. So we talk about value-based education, we talk about quality education, and the quality education we talk about must be done in such a way that it is free of any form of misconduct or malpractice. So Vic Comprehensive Secondary School is one of the schools we have targeted, to come and talk to the students on the evils of examination malpractice and to encourage them.
Contributing, the Director of Schools Department, Ministry of Basic Education, Anambra State, Dr. Ray Ofo, who decried the level of harm examination malpractice has inflicted on the education sector, urged the principal players in the real academic field to do the needful to ensure the ugly situation is stamped out.
Nwere magic ga-eme pass ya maka imechikọrọ magic na school unu mgbe a ga-amak ya a ga-achọpụta ya onye na cancel result ụfọdụ school report anyị nwetara na ministry enwere many schools ndị a cancel their result nwa ụfọdụ ga-ebe na school a cancel result ụfọdụ ụmụ akwụkwọ hapụ ụfọdụ ụmụ akwụkwọ so example dị ọbụla na-develop otu esi achọpụta ndị mere ojoro n'ụlọ akwụkwọ.
Earlier in the separate remarks, the chairman on the occasion, Chief Emmanuel Ohedorasi, and the proprietor of the school, Honorable Theodo Chukunedum, viewed corruption as the major cause of examination malpractice. They appreciated the ministry, led by Professor Menua, for the initiative and commitment towards ensuring an education system that is anchored on quality and value, and canvassed that relevant bodies should ensure strict monitoring process during examination.
Only him or either mark paper in the sheet. Cheating the no day. Either only pay to women.
I mean training the head, the heart, training the mind and the moral, and the hand to help you to develop yourself so at the end you benefit from what you have sown.
In a vote of thanks, the senior prefect of the school, Ogochukwu Ahibekwe, who spoke on behalf of the students, thanked the commissioner for the program and promised they will put into practice all that they have learned to improve their performances. From Ihiala, Valentine Mbadwa reporting for ABS News.
The State House of Assembly has passed the Anambra State Legislative Funds Management Bill 2019. The bill, which is sponsored by the Majority Leader, Chief Victor Okoye and others, was passed during yesterday's plenary. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim was there and now reports.
The bill seeks to provide for the management of funds accruing to the State House of Assembly from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state in order to ensure accountability, transparency, effective and efficient utilization of the funds. According to the bill, there shall be established House Funds Management Committee, which shall consist of Speaker of the House, the Clerk, Director of Accounts, and 3 other members of the House to represent each of the 3 senatorial districts of Anambra State. The committee shall manage the capital and recurrent expenditures of the Anambra State House of Assembly in accordance with the provisions of this bill. In his reaction, the majority leader who sponsored the bill emphasized that it will assist the House to discharge its duties creditably without any form of interference. The Speaker of the House, Mrs. Rita Madawo, applauded the lawmakers for supporting a bill that would improve the performance of the legislature in Anambra State. Also at plenary, the House approved and adopted the revised standing order for the Anambra State House of Assembly in line with agreed common standing orders for state houses of assembly in the southeast. In his reaction, the member representing Ayamelum constituency, Honorable Uchenna Okafor, commended the Speaker, Mrs. Madago, who is also the Chairman, Southeast Speakers Conference, for championing the revised standing order of the House. Honorable Timothy Ifedioramma, representing Njikoka 1 constituency, also commended the House, the clerk, Chief Pius Udo, for the roles they played to make it a reality. From the State House of Assembly, it's been Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
And away from that, about 100 nurses and community health extensive workers in Obaro Federal Constituency have received training on prevention and control disease at Emmanuel Anglican Church Hall, Athani. The training with the theme improving the quality of healthcare services in our community was sponsored by Prince Chukwuka Onyema, member representing Obaro Federal Constituency. Ogochukwu Oranu has details.
The participants were trained on current health challenges and practices by different resource persons drawn from medical field, namely Dr. Adesua Aibokade, a consultant public health physician at FMC Asaba, lectured them on health-seeking behaviors and harmful health practices, while Dr. Ojimba Ann took them on prevention of Lassa fever and other viral diseases, among others. Some of the harmful health practices that should be discouraged, according to the health experts, include treatment of the umbilical cord with cow dung, using breast milk in treatment of eye infection of the babies, and other health issues. One of the resource persons, Dr. Adesua, who stressed that healthcare workers are at risk if proper barrier nursing and infection control practices are not adopted, pointed out that the training was aimed at improving the knowledge of the healthcare workers to enable them to render quality healthcare to different communities.
Totality, we want to improve the quality of healthcare services that is being rendered at the various wards and community across this constituency.
One of the directors of Prince Chukwuka Onyema campaign organization, Honorable Vincent Ene, who represented the donor, said the program is one of the cardinal points to improve the health of the constituents and has sponsored similar programs in the past.
It is hard for one to recall when this type of program was held in this local government. It has held similar programs on various aspects. So we are not surprised. This is the next level we believe he has taken us to.
The representative of the Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Nnamdi Uliagbafusi, commended the donor for partnering the state government to provide health services to the people, pointing out that Anambra State government is on course towards providing and improving the health of the citizenry.
It's very good that some private individuals are partnering with the state to provide health care to the people. It is something that's very appreciated.
The traditional ruler of Osamala Kingdom, Ezokapu Victor Awogu, who commended Prince Chukwuka Onyema for the kind gesture, urged his people to desist from any traditional practices which could jeopardize their health. One of the participants, Mrs. Agatha Amalo, said they would take the knowledge garnered at the training down to the people because they deal directly with those at the grassroots. Ogochukwu Orano for ABS News.
Well, Anambra State will in less than 1 week host the 7th mission of the federal government IFAD Value Chain Development Program. The National Agri Production Officer, IFAD VCDP, Dr. Anambra, announced this at a two-day training on flood control and climate-smart agriculture organized by the State Coordination Office of IFAD VCDP in Awka. Let's now join Agri correspondent Ebeleze for more details.
Speaking after a field training at Ozi Stream in Ufuma, Orumba North Council area, Dr. Anambra revealed that plans are on top gear for the proper harnessing, dredging and rechanneling of the stream by IFAD VCDP National Office to avoid further havoc it causes farmers when it overflows. He said that now farmers have got grip with the principles of production, processing, marketing and very high off-taking need. They are leaving no stone unturned in seeing that all bottlenecks that would deter them from reaching their maximum are addressed.
In floodplain fields, you can see flood now and frost paper. You can see the way it's arranged from the office. Frost paper first, flood, climate smart, then to what you know.
In a lecture titled Rice Fields, Floods and Control, a consultant from the Department of Agricultural and Bioresources Engineering, Institute for Agric Research, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Henry Ibedan, urged farmers to join communal efforts in rechanneling the stream to minimize its impact on their farm till permanent solution comes from the IFAD VCDP. Professor Ibedan, who advised them to use sandbags, drainage ditches within the field interconnected to main drain, contour bonds with ditches, among numerous others in controlling flood, said natural flood control measures should be their first line of action.
That leads to or and led to this issue of growing a lot of rice with so much water. Is because we want to use water to suppress weed.
The state irrigation engineer, IFAD VCDP, Mr. Martin Sugochukwu, said the training aims at nurturing their farmers on good knowledge of flood control and climate-smart agriculture at local level to make sure that they know when to plant and harvest before flood comes in.
Of course, thank you very much. Thank you too. I also appreciate the audience, really.
The rice farmers at the Ozi Stream axis Ufuma appealed for early allocation of farmland to enable them start early, cultivate and harvest same before flood sets in. From Ozi Stream in Ufuma, Orumba North Local Government Area, I am Ebele Eze reporting for ABS News.
Barely 1 month after the Opi-Weka tanker disaster, another accident has been averted in the area through the timely intervention of fire servicemen and security agencies. Staff reporter Odinaka Wolisa was at the scene of the accident and now reports.
The incident, which was said to have occurred at the early hours of the morning when a 40,000 capacity tanker with registration number KAL 255AA was said to be coming down from Ogere, Delta State, when a heavy-duty vehicle veered off the road, hitting the tanker, a situation which led to fuel spillage all over the road. On arrival at the scene, it was observed that the area was cordoned off with security personnel controlling vehicular and human traffic, while men of the Anambra State Fire Service were at hand to ensure that the incident did not result to fire outbreak. Narrating the incident, a tanker driver, Mr. Lasu Agono, attributed the incident to brake failure on the part of the heavy-duty vehicle.
Immediately I able to know because I did for the movie to go. Immediately I able to hear her from my back from the motor. That's what we knock and bam. As I wash glass, that's what fuel na fuel na petrol.
While the personnel at the Okoko Fire Service Station, Mr. Emmanuel Orano, pointed out that the timely intervention forestalled any outbreak of fire. In a swift reaction, the sector commander, Federal Road Safety Commission, Mr. Andrew Kumapai, while assessing the incident, expressed gratitude that no life was lost as the situation was under control. He said proactive measures will be taken to forestall further occurrences as plans are underway to mount an outpost in the area.
We thank God that the crash was a serious one. No life was lost. I see that everything has been being under control.
Also at the scene of the incident was the member representing Onitsha North 2 constituency and the chairman House Committee on Transport, Mr. Edward Ibuzo, who on inspecting the situation expressed happiness that the situation recorded no casualty, appreciating FRSC and other security agencies for their prompt interventions.
All in all, we give thanks to His Excellency for making these people know their duty and know they need to come up. Accident is something that, you cannot predict. You don't have any time for that.
A road user, Mr. Chidemba, while commending the efforts and intervention of various agencies in checkmating the situation, extolled the state government for the construction of speed bumps to reduce the rate of accidents. He suggested the construction of roundabouts around MCC portion of the highway to avert similar occurrences. Meanwhile, the heavy-duty vehicle has been cleared off the road. Odinaka Wolisa, ABS News.
Now moving on to our national stories, Minister of Science and Technology, Obunaonu, has stressed the need for Japan and Nigeria to boost their diplomatic relations, especially in science and technology. Onu made the call when he received the Japanese ambassador Yukuta Kikuta at his office in Abuja. While commending Japan for his assistance to Nigeria, Onu noted that Japan could be of great help to Nigeria in its quest to be a developed nation. Responding, Kikuta said both nations could explore more ways on collaboration, especially in science and technology, adding that Japan wishes to contribute to Nigeria's development in various sectors. And on business news tonight, the Enugu Electricity Distribution PLC, EEDC, has apologized to her customers in Awka, Anambra State for the delay in restoring power as planned to the upgraded Agwoka injection substation. According to a statement signed by the head communication of the company, the delay was due to some unforeseen technical challenges which occurred in the course of the substation upgrade. The statement assured that efforts has been made by its team of engineers to ensure that work is concluded and power restored to customers in Agwoka GRA, Ifitoka, Unizik, parts of Nkweloka, Ameyoka, CBN, Juhel, Millennium Industry, and Nodu Okpuna. It assured of concerted efforts in completing the upgrade and restoring improved supply before Sunday, April 14, 2019. On the foreign scene tonight, at least 16 people have been killed and another 30 wounded as an explosion ripped through a market in the southwestern Pakistani city of Quetta, police say. The latest attack to target the city's minority Hazara community, according to police source. The explosion took place at Hazaras, who are Shia Muslims, were buying vegetables early in the morning today. Quetta Police Chief Abdul Razak Chema told newsmen. Images from the scene of the explosion showed blood sprayed across the deck of the floor market, damaged vehicles, and sacks of potato splits opened by the force of the blast. Chema said police would not know whether the bomb was planted or a suicide attack until investigating teams who had condoned off the site completed the analysis. At least 7 members of the Hazara community and 1 paramilitary soldier were among those killed, he said. Since 2013, more than 509 Shia Muslims, mainly ethnic Hazaras, have been killed in a campaign of targeted shootings and bombings in Balochistan province, according to government data. And on sports news, as the 2019 African Cup of Nations draw takes place today in Cairo, the Confederation of African Football is under pressure as the body is yet to resolve the issue of TV rights for the football fiesta. Surprisingly, as the excitement built up for the tournament built for June, millions of African fans were still not sure whether the competition would be showcased on free TV. A couple of weeks ago, a tender was issued for an agency to manage CAF's free-to-air rights in Africa, starting with AFCON 2019, in a move that signaled an end to Lagadere's hold on these rights. Just when it seemed that CAF was finally put its house in order, bringing transparency to its dealings in lucrative TV rights, it appeared that it may be business as usual regarding the sale of its TV rights, according to the findings of broadcasters with knowledge of live transmission. And that's it on the news tonight. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging onto our website, liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio TV Television. Subscribe to YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV Online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS TV and on Instagram at ABS TV. You can also log on our website, www.absradiotv.com. And before we go tonight, a quick reminder of our top stories. Stakeholders have been urged to support drive towards promoting quality education. Anambra Assembly has passed State Legislative Funds Management Bill. Nigeria seeks increased scientific ties with Japan. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you that a bomb attack has claimed many lives in Pakistan. And that's the size of our package tonight. Many thanks for joining the bulletin. I'm Ebere Ugunne.